Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to have you guys here. Today's video is gonna be for my fellow dental assistants, newbie dental assistants, also for people that are considering becoming a dental assistant, or even if you are a dental assistant and you can relate to this topic. You are all the focus of this video. I know when I was considering becoming a dental assistant, I watched a lot of videos. Remember the night before I had my first day of work as a dental assistant, that night I was looking up a whole bunch of videos to kind of help me familiarize myself. So this video is on the pros and cons working as a dental assistant. So I'm trying not to talk too much in the intro because I have the urge to just keep talking and talking and talking, but I know when I watch YouTube videos, I'm like, get to the point. So I'm gonna get straight to the point. I was trying to list as many as I could think of 8 main ones. There might be more, but I can only think of 8 pros and 7 cons. Let's jump right into pro number 1. Number 1, it's a stable career and there's always work for a dental assistant. A dental assistant is always needed somewhere. And actually right now there's a shortage on dental assistants, and working as a registered dental assistant, I'm hoping that more people become dental assistants because you guys are needed. Pro number 2, there's holiday pay and flexible schedules. If you plan ahead of time, they won't tell you no, you can't take a day off. Just on the days that the office is closed for the holiday, you get paid. And flexible schedules, if you need paid time off, if you need some time off, you just gotta plan ahead of time, and without an issue, they'll give you your time off. Pro number 3, working as a dental assistant, working in the dental field is good hours. It's 8 to 5. Some offices are 7 to 4. My office is 8 to 5. Some offices work every other Saturday. Rarely do you see an office that works every Saturday, unless they have a few dentists that can rotate Saturdays, but most of the time you only work a couple Saturdays a month. You never work Sundays. There was only one time in my first office I ever worked at, there was a patient that needed something and the only day they could do it was Sunday, so they asked if any of us can come in on Sunday, and I said sure, but that was the only Sunday that they ever asked. It was just it was a private office, and it was for a special reason. Pro number 4, you get good discounts, and if you know that dental work, any type of dental work, is expensive. So if you can get a discount, it's really cool. At the first office I ever worked at, I got my wisdom teeth extracted for free. All 4 of them extracted for free, which is really cool because there is no way I would have been able to afford to get my wisdom teeth out. So you can, depending on how close you are with the people that you work with, you can get a free filling, you can get a free crown, you can get a free denture, you can get free cleaning, which is really nice because again, any dental work is really expensive. Moving on to pro number 6, you get guaranteed raises yearly. You get a performance evaluation every year. Of course, just as a DA, as a dental assistant, limit to how many raises you can get, but if you become an RDA, and I recommend doing as soon as you get out of the program, because if you wait, you're gonna forget everything that you learned, and trust me, it's hard when you don't do the test right out of school because you forget everything. I think there's a 2-year, time frame where you can get your RDA license from when you get out of the program. So I waited those 2 years because I was I'll remember, but no, I completely forgot. And they ask you questions that honestly are old school procedures and old school stuff. You won't remember because everything is modern now. You'll see what I'm talking about. Wait, I skipped number 5. Pro number 5, working as a dental assistant is very repetitive and it becomes second nature. It's very repetitive. You get accustomed really fast. Some people don't like working in a repetitive environment, but honestly I don't mind it because I know what I'm gonna do when I come into work. Pro number 7, you gain experience that you can share with your friends and family, which is what I do all the time, like, has came in handy. Pro number 8 is kind of similar to pro number 1, but it's just a really high demand job. Dental assistants are needed. So if you're considering becoming a dental assistant, please do, because we need more dental assistants. Okay, so those are the 8 pros that I could think of. Now moving on to the cons of working as a dental assistant. Con number 1, and they don't tell you this in school, but I'm gonna tell you, just to prepare you so you know. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. See, let's get into it. Con number 1, you come across rude dentists and people. I can't tell you how many rude dentists I came across, to the point where I was like genuinely asking myself, like, do they learn in school to be rude to dental assistants? Because some of them are really rude. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not gonna get too into it, but if you want to know the stories I came across with, hit that like button, comment down below, and I'll do that for you guys, because it's a lot. It's a lot of stories. Finally, you do not do not have to deal. No one told me this. I had to learn this the hard way. You do not have to deal with no rude dentist. You can leave because they need you more than you need them. So if they are rude, leave. They're not gonna change, I promise you. It's a stressful environment to work at. But rude people, that's a different thing. You can't do anything about coming across rude people, because you work with a gazillion people and they all have their own personality. As long as you have a good team behind you, then you're good. Oh, I can say so much about that. Con number 2, the customer is always right. Let me explain why this is a con. Because you have to learn to keep a professional tone. You have to keep a smile on your face. Even when the customer is going off on you, you have to look concerned when they're going off on you. You have to stay professional, basically. Like, if there's like, they're mad about something, you have to be like understanding. And sometimes the customer is just a Karen. Sometimes the customer is just like on their high horse, very rude person for no reason. Like, they woke up like that, like they were born like that. And you just have to be like, okay, I can help you with that. Yeah, so that's definitely a con that you have to prepare for. Con number 3, you see patients back to back to back to back to back till lunchtime. You are lucky and very blessed if you find an office that actually puts it in their schedule to have a 10-minute break, because most likely you're not gonna get a 10-minute break and you're gonna work from patient to patient to like no break, no personal time. Sometimes you don't even get to drink water. Sometimes it's just go, 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 go. And that leads me into con number 4. Being a dental assistant can become mentally draining and overstimulating, because you are constantly like, hey, yeah, hey, you know, like trying to like keep the professional act from people to people to people to people to people, and dealing with a lot of personalities, dealing with a lot of problems. You get no break, and honestly, by the end of it, sometimes I like sit and drive with the radio off, quiet, all the way home, because I'm like overstimulated. So it can become mentally draining and overstimulating. Con number 5. I'm gonna be real with you. Sometimes as a dental assistant, you have to pick up someone else's slack, because there's no time to like communicate with them that, hey, I need you to do this. They might be doing something else, but that's what comes with working with a team. Sometimes people aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing, and it's like we're on a time crunch, and you just either you do it or you go and talk to them about it, and it's like, I'll just do it instead of chasing someone down to do something that they were supposed to have done or whatever, to like save us all time and to stay on schedule. Con number 6, you only get paid so much as just a dental assistant. You get paid a little bit more as a registered dental assistant. Get yourself registered to become a registered dental assistant. Dental assistants, there's a limit to stuff you can do, because everything you do has to be supervised by the dentist, and you can only do like x-rays and stero by yourself, basically. So I strongly recommend you become registered when you come out of the program. When to get your registration for a dental assistant. sometimes your office will pay for it. Like for mine, the first office that I ever worked with paid for me to get my RDA because I could do more. They're like, oh, when are you thinking of getting your RDA license? And I was like, just pushing it to the side. And then they were like, we will pay for it. So yeah, took that opportunity. Definitely recommend you become a registered dental assistant. You'll get more out of your career. Con number 8. This one, I kind of hesitated on putting on here because I feel like it's a very personal con. But basically, con number 8 that is written in my notes is it's always the dental assistant's fault and it's never the dentist's fault. Yeah, but I don't want to. The reason I don't want to share it is because I don't know who's going to come across my video. The dental assistants get more for it, or any mess ups. For the schedule being backtracked, that's the dental assistant's fault because you're not telling the dentist where to go. But sometimes the dentist does not listen. Sometimes if you tell them, hey, I need you in with this patient, they're going to be like, yeah, I'll be right back. They don't listen. Go into treatment when you have 4 exams out in the cleaning area and and then the manager comes up to you like, why are we backtracked? And you're like, because we're waiting for the dentist to come out of treatment. And then the manager will be like, you're in charge of telling the dentist where to go. And you'll be like, I did, but he did not listen. And then the manager would be like, yeah, but you gotta be in charge of going and telling the dentist where they're supposed to be. And you're just gonna be like, okay. Sorry, that got a little personal. Anyway, and that's all. I just had 7 cons working as a dental assistant. So if you're considering becoming a dental assistant, here you go, some pros and cons so you could think about it. Hopefully this video is helpful for you guys and kind of shows you some insight and kind of prepares you for what to expect. I've been a registered dental assistant for, I want to say 6 years. Yeah, so I kind of been through all the procedures, all of the different personalities, all of this stuff that I listed here. And I know it was not all for nothing. So here I am giving you guys the knowledge that I have gained from working as a dental assistant. I'm gonna leave you guys with this point. Being a dental assistant can definitely make you or break you because you come across, like I said, rude people that really belittle you. Not being funny, I really thought that being rude was in like the resume of a dentist because like I came across so many rude dentists. One actually made me cry and I walked out and did not come back. Let me tell you guys, I was coming back from maternity leave. The first office I check out to work at after maternity leave, I'm not gonna say where, but I do want to say where because no one should go to that office because that guy, it was rude. As soon as I came in, like nothing, like no hi, like he was just walked by. They were like, this is the new dental assistant. He was just like, didn't even care, right? Red flag right there. Second red flag is that office was so unorganized. Like everything was just dumped in the drawers everywhere. And they were in the middle of like organizing stuff. And then they wanted me to help with that. And I'm like, I don't know where this can go for you guys. Like, but I helped them for the time that I was there. We had huddle and all he said was, oh, you're a registered dental assistant? Good. Throw her in with the lions. Just like that. I've never worked ortho in my life. I only worked like general dentistry. This office was ortho in general. But he was just like, throw her in with the lions. And so they did. They would just throw me some patients and I would go and I would be like, I need help. Like I've been out. This was during COVID. Like when I took my maternity leave, it was during COVID. So I took like all the closed for like a year. And then my maternity leave was a year, so maybe like 2 years off. Anyways, I haven't been working for 2 years. I come back to the first office and kept asking for help, and they looked like they were like annoyed, and I'm just like, how do you guys want me to learn when you guys don't like train? Like you don't teach me your ways. You're not like guide. I don't want them to hold my hand, but I want them to be like, okay, like training. Like every job has training. I worked at Jack in the Box before. I worked at Safeway before. They all had like a week of training and they just were like, one day where we had a patient come in for an ortho, the regular ortho checkups, right? And it ends up being that when they're in the chair, they tell me that they have a broken bracket. So now I have to set up to bond the bracket back on, and I haven't even done that yet. And the dental assistant that was helping me, I go and tell her, I'm like, hey, they say they have a broken bracket, like what do I need for this? And he helped me get everything that I needed, but I did not have it set up. And like when I walked up to the tray to like try to set everything up, like after I grabbed everything from the lab, I walked to the tray and I was getting ready to set everything up, and I have no clue that she's going to grab the dentist to tell him that the patient is ready, my patient. First of all, I'm like, I did not ask you to go grab the dentist. I'm not ready. I didn't know what to say at that time. I was just like, oh shit. I'll just open everything and get everything ready as we go. So we're doing whatever needs to get done with the bracket, and the dentist is like, I need this, I need this, I need this. And he's like, you don't have nothing ready? I was like, no, they weren't scheduled for a broken bracket. And he was like, can somebody help her? She doesn't have nothing ready. Mind you, I did not even sit the patient bag. I did not even give him the safety glasses. I didn't get it ready, because as soon as they walk in, they sat down and said, hey, I have a broken bracket too. Okay, let me go get that, and then I'll come back and set everything up. No, the patient was still like sitting up. I didn't even put the bib on. And he was like, the patient doesn't even have a bib on. He's like, where's your hair cap? You're supposed to have a hair cap. And I'm like, I wasn't told I need a hair cap. He's like, you need a hair cap. And then the way he was talking in front of the patient, I was like so embarrassed and mad that I started crying, and I could not even focus, and I couldn't even talk. Like I was like in total shock, traumatized that he was like talking to me like that in front of a patient. And I just started, like tears just started running down my eyes with my mask on, and I was like trying to do everything. And then he looks over at me and he's like, can someone switch out with her? She needs to go and get herself together. And I'm like, as soon as he said that, I didn't say nothing. I just put everything down, walked to the break room, grabbed my stuff, and walked out. I was like, oh, hell no. And I started bawling my eyes out in the car. I called the manager. The manager wasn't there at that time. And I was like, hey, I just want to say thank you for the opportunity, with my voice all quivering. Like, I just want to thank you for the opportunity, but I am not coming back. That dentist is so rude, and he embarrassed me in front of the patient. And she was like, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. What happened? I told her what happened. She was like, oh no. She's like, during huddle, I'll make sure to communicate with everyone to not grab the dentist for anyone else. And I'm like, yeah. She's like, calm down, breathe, and we'll see you tomorrow. I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna come back. I'm not coming back. She was like, think about it, because we really need your help. And I was like, and I hung up, and I never went back. The front desk lady, she was rude to them. She was just like a stank face older lady. I would ask her, I don't know, I would ask her questions and she'd just be like really? Point is, the front desk lady called me like the next day in the morning and asked me, hey, are you coming into work? I'm like, no, I'm not coming into work. I'm not coming back ever again. And then she's like, well, you're on probation. You just started. You have 30 days probation. If you don't show up, then you're gonna get fired. I'm like, I'm not coming in. The office was so toxic. And then I came across dentists that like snatch stuff out your hand. I came across a dentist that would be drying the tooth after while doing a filling, right? And I would just snatch the air water. She would snatch it out of my hand. She would grab gauze and just throw it wherever it lands. It would mostly land on the ground. One day I was like, I'm gonna have to pick that up. Can you put it on the tray when you're done? Or hand it to me? Hands like this. My hand's like this waiting for the gauze, and she throws it. Literally not even looking up, just goes like that. Wherever it lands. And then one of the other dental assistants that I worked for, she was older than me. Her name was Lori. I miss Lori. She was so sweet. She was assisting that doctor. And she did the same thing where she snatched it out of her hand and was throwing stuff everywhere. Ooh, Lori waited till the patient left. And as soon as the patient left, there was no patient. She said, how dare you snatch stuff out of my hand in front of a patient like that? That is so embarrassing. And she went off on her. I was behind the doctor, and she was like facing me looking at the doctor, and I was like, tell her, you tell her. And she's so sweet. She was like, and you better not be treating these other dental assistants like this either. They do not deserve that. Like, she was, I love Lori. She retired. Point is, you do not have to deal with a rude dentist like that. They have no right. That is harassment, and you could report them. Report them right away if they try to pull some stuff like the dentist that I would, like embarrassing me in front of the patient. If they try to pull anything like that, you report it. Report it. Even if you think they're not gonna do anything, just report it, because you never know. Like, there might have been like build up reports, and now they'll like investigate it. What they do, they like take note. When it happens a lot, then they'll be like, okay, let's see what's going on. So report it. And you do not have to put up with that. I worked with the sweetest dentist ever. Her name was Dr. Lisa. I loved her so much. She was so understanding, and that just made me realize, like, dang, these other dentists, they don't have to act like the way they do. They just want to have that power. Dr. Lisa, this dentist that like opened my eyes that I did not have to deal with like rude doctors. She was really sweet. She would ask me nicely, can I have this? Well, like when we were doing fillings, okay, I'll take this now. Okay, I'll take this. That was another office that I went to after my maternity leave, when I was like looking at offices to go back to, which is the office that I'm at now. Is a company. Thanks to Dr. Lisa, because she is the sweetest. Yeah, that's it for this video. I hope this helped you guys in making your decision, or you could relate to it. My fellow dental assistants, if you could hit the like button and subscribe, that would be great. And I'm building my channel, so I'm trying to make more videos. If you guys have an idea of what I should do next for a video, or what I should talk about, let me know. Or if you want an extended version of this, like if you want more information of like working as a dental assistant, let me know. I'm here to help you, and I hope you guys like this video, and I hope that you guys come back for more videos. Thanks again for clicking on my video. Hit that like button to help me out, and subscribe please to help my channel out. That is it for now. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.